How we doing? A little while back I did a video, well I did an install video, but then I also did a review video of this, my Elite Screens CineGrey 4D cinema display, or cinema screen for my projector. Now, in that review, I said nothing but fantastic things about this screen, and it holds up still to today. But the nice thing is, the people at Elite Screens sent me a sample of their white, or their CineWhite screen material. Now, CineWhite works fantastic as long as you have a very dark room and you're not going to have any ambient light on it. CineWhite is actually a fantastic screen material because you get really good color pop, and the contrast actually works pretty good so long as you have a projector that has the capability of doing everything. In this case, I'm going to try to demonstrate the difference between the CineGrey and CineWhite. You might actually see a difference right now, because there is a difference. It's pretty obvious that this is the CineGrey. Now, this is also the acoustically transparent screen material down here, and then I have the CineWhite square. It's actually put on a hard surface, so it's as flat as it can be. It's as accurate as it can be without actually having two screens side by side. So we're going to actually play some stuff and show the difference between the CineWhite. In this, I actually have the light on my room right now, and well, I'm going to show a light off to the side as well, and we're going to see the differences in the colors. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so here we are. I have a full view of the screen itself so you can really get an idea. Now, I still have the light in the room. It's a ceiling light. I actually have another light in the back of the room over on that side. So this is what it looks like between CineGrey and the CineWhite. You can probably notice that the black levels and everything are not very good on the CineWhite right now because it's not designed for all this ambient room lighting. Let's flip through. So here's something that, actually this is going to be a hard one to say because up top there's not a whole lot of dark colors anyway. It's pretty bright, and it's going to pop maybe a little bit more. It's going to be a little bit brighter just because that white reflection surface. This one as well, as long as we have a nice reflective surface. However, you might notice colors are going to be a little bit different. Now, of course, you're looking through the lens of a camera, and you're probably seeing lines, maybe colored lines. Let me see if I can get some of that out of there. I apologize. But that might, you can see the difference as well. It is noticeable where it is, there's no doubt. And in some scenes, it's a lot different than in others. In this case, we're seeing the greens are popping a little bit differently on that one. The black levels are the big thing. You can see the difference of like any of these dark scenes as they pop from that to here. It's a lot darker in the CineGrey. We're getting much better contrast on the CineGrey. White, this should actually be a spot where in the white colors, that CineWhite should look substantially better than the CineGrey. I can't say that it's substantial, but it is different. Here's the big thing. Let's kick the light off now, because now we're going to see the difference in the brightness, because CineWhite is a brighter display, a brighter screen material, and it shows that that snow is a lot brighter, and then when it hits the CineGrey, it definitely dulls down a little bit. And that's not going to help. Although you will see this. I don't know how, it's all up to the camera. If I actually take the aperture settings back down, you can see where that square is. It's pretty obvious where it's not black. It's that one square is substantially brighter in terms of its color. It's not a black color. So that this scene actually doesn't show colors as much as it does the darkness of the black. So let me go to the next one. I'm going to bring this back up so you don't get the lines going through. Again, colors. Although that's technically kind of the brightest section of the area. And here, white. White at dark, you can see a big difference. Now, let's kick on a brighter light source that's off to the side. Now, this is a side view, and I'm probably going to have to change the aperture settings so you don't get as many color waves anymore. White's going to do really good. These you can see real quick. That's eye-opening right there. It looks so much better on the CineGrey than it does on that CineWhite. It's kind of crazy how much different it is. I mean, it looks almost reddish. I don't know. It's kind of weird. And then as soon as it pops out of that, everything looks normal from that block down. But that block is something. It's eye-opening. Just going between the scenes, you can see where that white block is. It's kind of crazy. But here's the big thing. The big takeaway is both screens work decent. But if you're looking for something that's going to pop colors and pop contrasts, do not go CineWhite unless you have, let me turn that back off, a really dark room. A really dark room, CineWhite looks really good. The less light you have in the room, the more CineWhite actually makes sense. Otherwise, I will take the CineGrey 9.5 out of 10 times. So what has my time, so I went from a different company's acoustically transparent CineWhite screen to the Elite Screens CineGrey. Now, this specific CineGrey, I am in love with. The color representation, the contrast popping, even with a projector that's not as crazy light producing as some of the better ones out there, this screen made my projector look that much better. Now, I do have some light down here, depending on the time of day. So it's, CineWhite I made work. It was fine. I put this curtain up. I blacked out the one windows. I have 3 windows behind the camera that also have blackout shades on them, but they still do let a little bit of light through because I didn't black them out. So I do get a little bit of light in here, but even when my daughters come down here and watch, sometimes my one daughter will come down and just leave the light on because she'll be on doing something else while also watching. With the CineGrey, you can do that. With the CineWhite, you can't really do that. And so the thing to take home from this is, even with the same type of screen material, CineWhite versus CineGrey. Now, again, this is perforated because it's acoustically transparent. But aside from that, as long as you have, if the room is pitch black and there's no light at all, CineWhite. Save yourself some money. Go CineWhite. It's fine. But if there's any light in it at all, I would personally argue CineGrey every time, because the colors and the contrast just look so much better. So I wanted to produce this video just because they did send me that sample, and it's kind of crazy how much of a difference it really makes. I noticed it immediately when I went from one screen to another, but when you have them actually right next to each other at the same time, it's pretty cool. So thanks for watching to the end of the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you to Elite Screens for sending that. I appreciate it. It definitely shows why this screen is what it is. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you back here on techgooch for another video review. See you soon.